My name is Mahala, and I'm the Executive Director of Alignment Week's Give Guide. Give Guide is a citywide fundraising campaign. It's Portland's largest grassroots fundraising campaign, and we focus on getting young Portlanders engaged in giving back to the community. We really try to reach and work with people who are 35 and under and get them thinking about what it means to give back, and whether that's financially or with time, and thinking about what it means to do good in the community. I think a lot of folks think that they're throwing away money by donating to nonprofits, or for younger folks, I think that people feel like they can't make an impact just by giving $10. I think most people feel like they have to make a $100 or $200 donation to make a difference. But the reality is that $10 goes a long way for a cause that you care about. The median donation size for Give Guide donors is $50, which means that when you're raising $4 million over the course of 2 months, that there are a lot of $10 and $20 and $30 donations that end up coming in, right? And I think that that speaks volumes to the altruistic nature of Portlanders, because I think that if you can't give a lot, but you're still willing to give that extra $10 that you have around, like, you care. You know, all that it takes is giving up a latte, or, you know, maybe not watching Netflix for the month of December so that you can give to a cause that you really care about. I think that nonprofits fill an overlooked but necessary role in society. I mean, in many ways, nonprofits are innovators, right? Because they see a problem, and instead of sidestepping it like most of us in society do, they step up to the plate and take the challenge on, like, head first. They dive in to really trying to figure out how to solve an issue. And I mean, for that reason, I think that, like, nonprofits are the social innovators of our time, right? So when you are investing in a nonprofit, when you're giving $10 or $20 or $50 to a local nonprofit here in Portland, what you're doing is helping to fill in the gaps, the things that are missing that our local government can't actually address or take care of. And you're helping to make sure that we have a healthy, thriving, and functioning society here in Portland.
Through Give Guide, I got to, obviously myself learn about a lot of the nonprofits that we help, including Trillium Family Services, where I also work now half-time. And so the work that I think really inspires me currently is just the work that the therapists and the supervisors there do for families and kids, and just being able to see the nonprofit landscape from a bird's eye view at Give Guide, but then also being able to see it in a granular way at Trillium Family Services and at the Dougie Center, where I also volunteer now, has really been inspiring, and kind of gives the whole development side of the nonprofit world a whole new meaning that I didn't really have when I first started working. A huge change from last year to this year has been the magazine, just in terms of the scope of the kind of stories and perspectives that are in it, and the diversity of perspectives. That shift has been huge. Mahala has done a lot of DEI work, and that's really shown in everything we've done, from the selection process through the production of the magazine, through the 3 events that we're putting on this fall. And it's just felt this year a lot more like a representative voice of the community, rather than like an editorial product of a company.
We've done our best to build equity into the selection process by, we completely revamped the selection process. Myself and Ben only facilitate the selection process so that there's no conflict of interest there. And what we do is we have between 10 and 12 community members who each either come from or work directly with marginalized populations within the city. And so the idea is that these individuals are bringing their knowledge and understanding of the needs of those communities to the table and sort of using that as a lens through which they are selecting the nonprofits. You can see that it has helped and affected GiveGuide simply by looking at the types of nonprofits that are involved. Like, there are a lot more organizations that are really addressing social justice and environmental justice needs than there have been really over most of the history of GiveGuide. So it's really cool to see how GiveGuide is growing and adapting as a result of that. And yeah, I'm excited to see what the next couple of years look like with that process.